Can we talk about something today? I am going to just say up front what my point is so that it doesn't get misconstrued. My point is that women need to do the work too. Now, here's why I'm saying that. I know that the stereotype is that you have these good women that have dealt with bad men in the past, men that won't go to therapy, men that haven't dealt with their childhood issues, men with parental issues, bad communication skills, immaturity. We know about that. And at the Whole Brother Mission, we're big on pushing men to do the work personally. But I do think it's important to talk about what I would call the plight of the whole man, or a man that's healed and whole. And part of that is this reality that what you run into sometimes is women who have not done the work personally. But if you ask them, they will say that they are the gift to their partner in their relationship. What this looks like is, I believe it's a lot of women have been in relationships with guys that will be considered bad guys, like I described before. And they were the ones that initiated conversation when there was an issue, when he would avoid. They were the ones that held him accountable when he wasn't meeting the standard, so to speak. So they end up perceiving themselves as a great partner, when in reality, they were just not as bad as the men that they've dated. So what happens is, when that same woman who now sees herself as the greater partner in her previous situations, she meets a guy who is healed and whole. He's gone to therapy. He understands how to interact within the world. He's secure in who he is. And he also has a paradigm on how he interacts in his relationships that may be a leadership role. A lot of women don't know how to deal with that. So when he notices that she's shutting down and says, "I'm good though," or you ask what's wrong and she says nothing, he has to call her on that. When her communication style is aggressive and loud, and she may say, "That's just how the women in my family communicate," or "That's just how we are," he has a hard time trying to challenge her to be better, because from her perspective, she's a good person, because she's always been better than her previous partners, but she hasn't done the work. So he ends up pushing her to do some personal assessment and so on and so forth. So I just wanted to put that out there. Of course, we know that on both sides there are people that can have issues, but I do think it needs to be said that women have to do the work too. And please don't assume that you are God's gift to this man just because you've dealt with some messed up dudes in the past. You have to do the work too to be able to match that. And I do think at the same time, it needs to be said that whole and healed black men are a gift, and they deserve whole and healed black women, or women that are willing to do the work to get to that point. So be self-aware.